Hey, welcome back. It's another, when would you believe today's Thursday? And we have things to do today. So, I do have my phone on today in case the Winston police call. I have my other phone on in case the Winston police call. And I'm going to be making a statement with them. I'm calling them later on myself to make a statement this afternoon. And, so, okay. Now, I'm going to be honest when I say this. I want to keep some messages on here, but I don't want to hear every single ding dong come through here, okay? Is there any way I could set the phone to just turn the volume down? Turn the volume down? Yeah. Give it to a dull roar, and then where you can still hear the phone if it rings, but you don't have to listen to every ding dong come through. All right. No, we now know who's been doing this, and the informant says that he is not going to do anything about it because he doesn't want reprisals. I'm talking about what David Bildo Noodles is doing. Okay? I'm just going to make this clear. I'm calling the Winston Police this afternoon. I'm filing a report. I have phone numbers. I do have the basic address information. Mr. Noodles, your friend at the Bergen County is going to be very busy dealing with your situation in Hillside, New Jersey. Alright? So just be aware of that. It is illegal. It is a federal violation of federal U.S. law to call an enhanced 911 with a phone where you are masking your phone number to start with. It is also illegal to make a false report or a false call as well. It is also equally, although it's not intended to be this way, it's also plain stupid to be calling with a recording and then have their local police have to go chase after a recording address. However, that actually exists for a reason that some people have an older announcement system, but their phone number is associated with it through the enhanced 911 system. That will tell them the address of where you are, at least where the alarm is coming from, because it's usually set with an alarm system. Okay. I'm not playing games. And that's just a fact. I'm not playing games. This is not a game. Because innocent bystanders that need any emergency help can't get it. Because you've got your local police, first responders, responding to a call like this. This is bullshit calls. No one wants to deal with this. No, I'm a good person. I would never do this to Noodles. I would never waste my time doing this with Noodles. Because I respect the men in blue, for one thing, and I would never do this to Noodles. Even though he deserves it. And in this case, my informant has explained to me everything that's going on. And I'm going to have to use it to file a report this afternoon. I'm going to have to call the Winston police. I'm going to have to explain what's going on. I'm going to have to give them phone numbers and addresses. So, alright, so let's get to the slightly more exciting news. There is, of course, tomorrow is the 3rd of the month. Tomorrow's bill day. Now, bill day is when I pay my bills. That's when I take care of everything. From A to Z. Everything. And I'm also talking with Ed in chat on Discord about what's going on. He's doing better. How you doing, Johnny? He's doing better, but he is got some issues to deal with, which Stan's going to help him fix up through legal process to get him out of that place, which is actually not treating his condition properly. And so he is going to be filing with the Elder Protective Services a complaint. Yes, I have my ears on. It's been confirmed that my guardian angel and the archangels, principalities, and thrones are watching over this matter. But not just me, but with every other person that is suffering from similar or not quite the same things. And for example, his guardian angel is watching over him and is reminding him that he needs to take care of this. Get out of that place and get himself with the proper legal counsel and get himself into a good place. He actually can literally sue them for medical malpractice and negligence. And he could win millions of dollars. And it doesn't take much. Any crackerjack lawyer could easily get him the money he needs from a lawsuit. David Noodles did, aka David Boldo Noodles, called the Winston Police last night because, as my informant said, let me read you what he said, but I'm not going to give his name. He says, right here, he says, Noodles told me he swatted you to try to get you shot. This is not the Los Angeles Police Department, guys. They don't come in with guns blazing, especially when the kitchen door is wide open and there's no yelling, screaming, carry on, fighting, crying. There isn't. He also said, this is a little bit prior, but not too much earlier, Noodles showed his pistol and said he's going to get he's got something for you. Stay clear. I told him okay. And then he told me that night at 9:14, Noodles told me he swatted you to try to get you shot. Now, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. And when I talked to my informant, he said, he did it to you, not me. You handle it. I had to lie through my teeth to him. He said he won't stop until he either has you done or he takes over your show. He's on a power trip. How you doing, Paul? Well, that's true. About saving money, but it's also true that if he's not getting the proper medical care he needs, staying in there is going to be a negative impact on his health. And that's the reason why with Ed, he needs to get out of there ASAP. That's why he needs to talk to Elderly Protective Services, which he said that he will work with Stan to get that taken care of and file the paperwork to get him discharged from this jail cell / sanitarium / poorly run, managed healthcare facility. Because, guys, last night would have been a good show, except Noodles tried and did hijack my panel. Noodles also is acting as if he thinks that he is the greatest guy since Machiavelli. I'm gonna tell you something. He's not anything great. He's just a younger Italian male Capricorn brat. That's what Noodles is. He's a young, surly Capricorn brat. He's nothing. He will never be anything in his life. Except one day, Mr. So-called, I'm from Jersey, is going to find himself on the wrong side of the law, as he was confirmed of doing last night. I wonder what his detective is going to say when he gets a message for an arrest warrant for him from Connecticut. I told you guys, I'm not giving the names here, but we know, and this person confirmed that I was right. I will keep this person in confidence here on the public link, but I will tell you. How tall is Noodles? Oh, Noodles is about 5'5", 5'6", maybe. He's not that tall. He's actually shorter than me. Thank you. My archangels and my spirit guides are working on this, and they are rightfully pissed. What we also need to do is we need to let people know, especially those on his channel. He plays his sub-unsub game here, right? We know that. I'm saying, given what's going on, is that we need to boycott him. It's up to you, though. It's up to you. If you really feel that this is BS and you want to unsub from Noodles, you're free to do so. If you choose not to, you're free to do so. But I think strongly it is time to seriously send that man a very strong message. He thinks he's number one. He thinks he's top sirloin. Sorry, you're just ground chuck. You're not top anything. We need to make it clear to him that we're on him. We are aware of what's going on. And he should be informed that he will lose his subscribers because of this. I don't either, but others do. Of course, like I told him, there's a Venn diagram of people that watch both shows. That is, some watch my show and also some that watch his show. It's your consciousness, guys. We need to send him a message within the legal letter of the law. Now, we're not going to tolerate this baloney. Okay? This is important. Now, we know Noodles watches me. We know Noodles watches me. We know Noodles thinks he thinks he's Mr. You know, he is part of the mafia. All right? And I have mafia family too, but I'm not going to use them. Not for this. This is stupid. It's completely stupid to do it. But, you know what? The point is there's an issue here. How many people are going to are invariably are going to have the medical needs, the police needs delayed because police officers are chasing down stupid BS like this? We gotta stop this. We have to stop these people from wasting the time and efforts of our loyal police officers that are already putting their lives in danger because of the war on police. This has got to stop. In fact, if anything, I think you should actually, basically, the next time you see the man in blue in the street, just tell him thank you for the fact that they're trying to do their job despite all the opposition. And if your city council tries to say they're going to support defunding the police, and it goes to a town referendum, you should look carefully in your heart and see if that's a good choice. Look at Seattle, Washington, and Portland, Oregon, and how much damage was done by this. Now, let's see if I have any thing else to report. And I do not see anything right now. I don't see any phone calls. And let's get some of the panel on. I am very sorry about last night, but I was rightfully angry, and I was not going to lie about that. Just remember one thing, and this is important. If you know a crime is being done, and you don't take the responsibility and report the crime, then you are an accessory to the crime. By the fact that you knew what was going on and you didn't report it. Alright? So you have to keep that in mind. If you know something's wrong, you need to make it right. All right, and so the kitchen doors open, so the men in blue can show up if they want. I also have the information to give them as well. I will call the Winston police later today, pass it along to them. I don't know how we're going to properly manage to keep this panel from getting hijacked over and over again, which Noodles is doing. Noodles is the one that's hijacking the panel. For a man who doesn't do much more except sit on his goddamn cell phone, he's managing to hijack my panels. So now we sit with the door open because the police show up. Oh, I don't know what they're going to say about that, about him being forcibly kissed. Because no one forcibly kissed anybody. In fact, he actually encouraged me to kiss him. And we have video to prove that. Yes, because it's summer anyway. That's the reason the door's open, because it's warm enough now that there's no reason to keep the door closed for the winter time. Nurse just went live and told the Connecticut police that you forcibly kissed him, and it just ended the live stream. He did a live stream for that. Come on. He said sniff, not kiss. No, he's not smitten. Listen, let me explain something to you. He's playing a game. He's playing a game. He wants my channel because he knows my channel brings in revenue and his can't. My channel brings in something his channel will never be able to bring in because of his own transgressions. He used to be monetized until he blew it. Yes, Skunk, that's exactly what he wants. He wants to make this mountain out of a molehill. He wants to make a mountain out of a molehill. I'm sure the Connecticut State Police must have said, "So what? You know, fine. Anybody who's gonna watch that garbage, that's fine with you. It's up to you. But I'm not really going to work with me. Because he violated federal law, honey. That's a lot more serious. And what he's also doing is coming up with a crappy story. He keeps going into this one local police officer, Officer Bergen. All right, now I forget what his first name is. A detective of the Bergen County Police, and he's like, "Oh, I'm this worried about child porn and all this crap." First of all, if you really think there's a child porn ring going on YouTube, then you need to talk to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Because it goes way outside of New Jersey, buddy. Okay? Now, I don't support that either, but I'm serious. If you gotta go through the right channels. New York City isn't gonna extradite me. Hi, Jenny, how you doing? Okay, let's get to the weather forecast here. Oh, let's totally try today. Right now, currently it is 21 degrees Celsius outside. It's mostly cloudy. Expected temperature today will be a high of 23 with 90% chance of thunderstorms. Friday with Bill Day. 60% chance of rain. 24 degrees Celsius is high. Saturday, sunny. A high of 23 degrees Celsius. Sunday, which is not necessarily my fun day, is actually laundry day. Will be a high of 23 degrees Celsius and sunny. Monday, mostly cloudy, a high of 24. Tuesday, a little cooler with 40% chance of rain, a high of 21. Wednesday, we get some warmth again in the sun, mostly cloudy, a high of 25. I don't see any 30s, but yeah, it's slowly warming up. No. How you doing, Paper? I'm at work right now. I hope everything is okay. I won't be able to chat right now. Only listen, that's fine. I just got here. Why you're so upset today? I'm upset because what Noodles did last night. Noodles called the Winston police again and tried to get me swatted. We have the information unverified from a confirmed source. And now I'm going to call the Winston police this afternoon and report the information I have because of this. So am I. John, what the hell is wrong with that man? He must have a screw loose. All the lights are on, but nobody's home. It's a power trip, Greg. He wants a power trip. As my informant has said, he wants either me dead or he wants my show off YouTube. Well, he is armed. He does have a gun. I don't know if he carries them, but he has a gun. He has several guns, actually. I don't know. They probably could. He's so worried about things that are totally BS, saying he's got a detective friend in the Bergen County Police Department, and I'm sitting there going, if you're so worried about some fool doing child porn on a person's YouTube channel, then you should also know that you are breaking the law by tying up the enhanced 911 system with bogus calls. Yeah, I think he could be. But I'm not qualified to give that medical diagnosis. He's gonna have to just, he needs to talk to a professional in that area. Given the fact that he said Capricorn, yeah, he's like my sister. He's crafty, all right. You know what happened to my sister? She worked herself to death and gave herself a heart attack. That's what happened to her. Just like him. Cold blooded, manipulative, little. But she did ran the house with an iron fist. And took care of the house was huge between her husband's prior marriage, kids from his prior marriage, and her children. They had like 10 kids. Big Italian family. You want to talk about a lot of responsibility on one person. Capricorns are dedicated to their jobs. They have a passion for it. I'm not out in this business to compete with anyone. I have a passion for what I do on YouTube, yes, but I am not in the business to compete with anyone. I'm gonna go make some coffee real quick. But I'll say this much. I'm not competing with YouTube, and I'm not competing with Noodles. I don't even see myself in the same reason to compete. I don't want to compete. Well, I got some more coffee. I'm not trying to compete with Noodles. Because I think this whole thing is bullshit. Agree with you guys. Okay. Watch what happens to you. Michelle, 10 kids. I can't even imagine that would be like to take care of. Yeah. I'm just guessing on the last two because her and her husband were very successful having a family, popping them up like rabbits. The problem is they had to keep buying a bigger house. After her husband built the first house in Torrington, they ended up having to move to Amelia, New York because they needed a bigger house. Her sister was a volunteer of the Amelia Volunteer Fire Department. She was a paramedic. Then she didn't even check for the warning signs of a heart attack herself. She laid down and she never got up. I was talking to the audience, Tiger Kitty, when I was actually in the kitchen, so the people didn't think I was just simply sitting there doing nothing. I would say, honestly, cleaning up the internet, that's going to take a lot more than one or two people to do that. We have other people that are working on dealing with some of the other things in the world, like scam busters and other people that are shutting down scammers, and that's something we're not doing. I'm not focusing on scammers. But yeah, I know it's you. It's not like I can't figure that out. Don't forget, we have two different sets of video shot by two separate cameras of the same date. It would not take long for any forensic detective to put the two videos together, match up the sound, match up the video, and get two different perspectives of the same thing. I just don't understand why this is being done. Other than what I've been told, alright? But I wanted to just try to explain. I'm going to try to calm down a little bit because my throat is getting dry. There is a very, very fine line here between trolling for fun and actually trying to hurt somebody. In some cases, the line can be very broad, but some cases, it's a razor thin edge. Okay? Why do people go across that line? I'm talking about people who knowingly do it. There are people that don't do it on purpose. They don't need to, but those people are not the ones we're talking about. We're talking about the ones that blatantly know that they're crossing that line. Why do they do that? Why does Noodles hold my channel in contempt? Or with contempt, more precise. Where he thinks that because in many ways my channel is successful. I just got reminding by an American that the platinum jubilee said, yes it is. Yes it is. We have the red arrows coming for later for a flyby. Yeah, last night. If you watched the last night's show, you would know that. A lot of my people were very angry. And then I have an informant that told me what's going on. David Boldo Noodles did it. David Boldo Noodles did it. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. And only the thing is that I just personally, like I pointed out, it's disgusting because it means that the first responders can't focus on the real emergencies that they need to focus on. Instead, they're wasting time and energy dealing with this garbage. Yeah, well, what's happened before? Because I have evidence. And he's not really hiding. He's lurking, but he's not hiding. Mojo, Jojo, I think he's like Craig said. Does he have bipolar? I think he may. He also happens to have a Napoleonic complex. That's my uninformed, non-medical observation. Okay, I believe he has a Napoleonic complex. Well, official count is blocked, but he is here. He is here. I can bet. You can tell you right now, he is here. All of his accounts are blocked. He's also one who sabotaged your panel last night. Because he doesn't like the fact is that I'm actually doing something that he could have done himself. And he did have himself. That he could have had a successful channel, which he did. And then because of his bad choices, he lost his channel monetization. He lost everything because of his own actions. Please understand, let's talk about karma because that's real cool here. Because he violated karma. And when you do that, in this case, you piss off YouTube enough times, YouTube is going to throw you into the dustbin. That's it. You're done. It's over. Now he has to run covert little channels over and over again, but he can never monetize those channels. In the case of Noodles, what he's doing, John, is even worse. than spamming. Okay? He's threatening people's lives. You don't threaten people's lives. Noodles, you make it so hard. You're nice 1 minute and then nasty the next minute. You hurt. He's caused a lot of problems in the past for many people. He's caused problems for Michelle K. He's caused problems for Life with Linda. He's caused problems with the homesteading community. He's done a lot of damage. He is not Mr. Wonderful at all. He's a Capricorn, goatfish, devil. That's what he is. He's a manipulative, narcissistic person that is only out for his own self-aggrandizement. He does not care about anybody he steps on or crushes. He doesn't want to. Because as long as it's in the way of him and his success, he'll do it. He will crush you, kill you, knock you off, whatever. Because why? Because his passion is more important than friends. He's even throwing his friends in the tip. I have to tell you, I don't like people like that. For what? What does he want? A Johnny Depp Amber Heard case? Is that what it comes down to? He's really, really wasting his time. He should just move on. He should just move on. Just get on with your life, Noodles. Come on. Get on with your life. Why don't you go after... Oh, that won't ever hold, no. No, because there never was any sexual assault. No, never was. In fact, we ran the cameras completely from beginning to end. And so we now know, at least my camera ran completely from beginning to end. He ran his camera all the way from the time he left, from the time he arrived at Cumberland Farms in Winston to 11 hours later when he was back in Jersey. So you know what? How can he say anything like that? For your false police report. What false police report? There has not been a false police report filed. That, I think, is what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He wants views. He wants views. That's fine if you want views, Noodles. But can you not realize that you can do it a way that's not going to potentially cause harm or hurt to another person? How you doing? Come on in. I got some information for you guys. I have to silence the show for a second, guys, so I can talk to Winston Police. Okay, report given. So, he was already taking care of another call, so he came by and talked to me about it. And so so he already was in the neighborhood taking care of another call, so he just happened to come by because he got a call at the station. So it was already here. And I gave him the information, contact information I have for the different people. So everything has been properly emulated. The Winston police have the phone numbers. They have the names. And so let's just put it this way. What happened was Noodles swatted his last person. How about that? Now, by the way, our panel is open, Dave, if you want to join it. I just don't have the headphones on right now because I have to keep my ears open for everything else that's going on here. So let me send out the message to Dave. All right, so let's get some people on the panel today. Let's get some people on here. I know this is always asking for trouble, but yeah, we always do that. And say, S. Josephine. Okay. It's a full story made up. Okay, let's get the panel open. That's not actually already open. It's already open. I just happened to be. Let's see. I want to get JoJo on here, but for some reason I got JoJo's name wrong. So. Oh, okay. That's why I spelled it wrong. Oh, okay. It's the wrong person. M-O. Alright. M-O. Okay, let's get some people on here today. Let's talk. And I'm gonna obviously have to. We're gonna have to be very careful because we know Noodles is gonna be a raging, angry double goat because he's the double card in tarot. Does anybody know that Capricorn is the double card in tarot? David Noodles dead. Magical, I gotta run. Let's hope this works out. And I'm not implemented for donate. No, you're not. Don't worry, Magical. You're not. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you. Just relax. The Well, it's kind of funny because I never actually was. Yeah, so how was supposed to be assaulted? Considering the fact that he ran his camera the whole time from arriving at Cumberland Farms in Winston, Connecticut, all the way for 11 hours until he got home. He's saying is that I stole a kiss. I didn't steal a kiss. He asked me to kiss him. Of course he can't. Because his own video is 11 hours long from that night. And he never stopped recording the video. He was live streaming the whole time. Right. Exactly. Map said, stop supporting this guy. He's no good. Don't give him the satisfaction of making an appearance in his chat. If you do decide to show up in his chat, you should express your displeasure. It's up to you to do that, but you should speak up and tell him that this is not acceptable, and it's actually against federal law. It's breaking federal law. They're doing what he's doing. Michelle is the one that said she doesn't want anything to do with me. Michelle is the one that said she doesn't want anything to do with me. With you or with David Noodles? Dave Scotland, you're not David Noodles. All right. Well, at least we think it's JoJo. We'll find out. Hello, how you doing?
Hello. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're not all right, obviously.
I'm just, like I said, Noodles is really, really stirring up the cesspit today. And, because of his transgressions from last night. I don't know why he just can't.
I was asleep. So I don't. What have you got? Solid facts that is him. I just wanted to come and see how you were anyway. See how you are.
Yeah. I mean, we were trying to have a good show last night. He hijacked the panels too.
Oh my god.
He got everybody so fed up. I had to restart the panel 3 times, and finally I just said screw it, and I just sent the show down and said goodbye.
Is he in chat now? Noodles, you need to stop, mate. I don't know what your fucking goal is. I don't understand
Butter said Freaky begged for donations to keep kissing her. You can even hear that in the stream that he told Craig Sr. to play along. Craig, don't make me feel bad about this. That means he's lying. So Noodles is looking at a multi-million day payout? No, because of the fact that he also broke federal law by making illegal phone calls to an emergency number. That's like dialing. It's like dialing 999 in the UK and basically saying somebody's doing something they're not doing. Do you think the local police are going to sit there patiently waiting for some pre-recorded message to say? I mean, there are alarm systems that do use pre-recorded messages, but in the United States, it is illegal to have a number blocked or masked out to enhanced 911.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's different laws over there, isn't there? But I just don't understand the desire to do all this. I mean, are you okay now? You calm now? You fine?
Yeah, I'm calmed down. I was really cooking this morning when I first got up, and my throat was getting sore and dry. And I just oh God, I said, I'm going to calm down, get some coffee. I have a lot of things to do today. I have to.
You can be literally here now. We can celebrate Jubilee together, Michelle. We can sit in my garden.
Well, in a way, I also talked to Ed yesterday, which is
great.
He apologized to me for some of the things that he has said. But he is rightfully concerned that the place he's at is not providing him with proper care, and so he is going to be working with Stan to get him out of there straight away onto a train to where he wants to go. And Stan said he would also arrange to get some of Ed's train stuff to him by dropping it off at a friend's house or whatever.
Okay.
Hi,
Yeah,
Andrew.
well, yeah. You just don't need that extra
This is
stress,
why
really,
I
but
would not ever go up on chat when he's on. I doubt he's even going to. I don't think he would actually get away with anything with forced kissing. It's not exactly.
no. We all saw it. He kept asking you for a kiss on the cheek, so he's
I
trolling you.
did. And that's that. And he was going to kiss me on the mouth, but he didn't. So I said, fine, you know. But
Jackie, don't worry.
So
I'm pissed off, actually. I'm pissed off that you got stressed out like that.
Carlos says, Noodles is a very horny guy. You should have known this. Noodles probably gave you. We never had physical contact. Sorry, not in that way.
I just want to know if you're okay. You had the police round. Yeah, I was asleep. You know, in my time zone, I'm 5 hours ahead of you. But yeah, when Tiger said it, I was like, what the fuck?
What Tiger said was what? Let me see. Well, just put out the stuff he said about 9-year-olds. No, because Noodles asked me to kiss him multiple times on the show, and we have 2 recordings of 2 different cameras talking about the exact same thing. Please understand. Okay, now is that really Paul or is that not Paul? Jojo, let me ask you, if this is not Paul, I might have to close the panel again.
Okay.
If it is Paul, then we'll find out. Let's see.
Okay.
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, that's him.
How you doing?
Good morning, or good day.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Excuse me. Good morning.
Yeah.
Happy Jubilee Day.
Happy Jubilee.
Yeah, I had to be reminded by an American
come on
friend
the panel.
Jubilee.
Okay, guys, you want to talk to Noodles because I can let him
not
on.
at all. I'm good. I mean, if you want to, but I'll jump off. You guys can sort out what you need.
I'm not interested in talking to him either.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you want me to drop off as well? Because if you need to sort something out, you two.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I want to get in the middle of all that.
Well,
I'm not here for all that, you know. Came up to say hello to you, Jojo, and the rest of you.
Was that really some? Yes, that really was.
Thank you.
I don't know who the hell this is.
Michelle, it's up to you if you want to bring him up. It's your channel. You got your own mind.
They just leave.
You know, we're not going to mind.
Let's see. The thing is that the Noodles keeps trying to push the issue, but coming on the panel, I don't want him on the panel because, unfortunately enough.
Well, then don't let him on then, Michelle. It's your show. I mean, if you want to talk to him, talk to him. It's up to you,
I'm not talking to David Noodles. Believe it or not, I'm not talking to David Noodles. I don't want him on the panel. I don't want to talk to him on the panel. He's officially blocked from the chat. He's officially been thrown off Discord. He is officially blocked on my phone. Does that say I want to talk to him? I think it says quite the opposite.
No.
Okay, it's up to you, Michelle. I mean, again, it's your show.
Exactly, yeah.
So your show. So, yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick comment, Michelle, about your date with Noodles. The grossest thing about your date was when you started kissing his hand. He went to the bathroom, probably didn't even wash his hands, and then you kissed his hand multiple times. That was a bit gross.
Well, I don't know if he washed his hands or not.
I probably wouldn't have kissed it, but yeah.
Don't rub it in. She's upset enough as it is.
Other than that, it was a good day, though. I thought it was a good.
All right, guys. Look, everybody's saying is let Noodles explain. The problem is, I let him on. He's gonna hijack the panel again.
It's all right. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, let him on. Let him explain, Michelle. I'll jump off so you guys can talk. I don't want to be in the middle. But yeah, let Noodles on.
I
if
don't
he
want to
wants
be in the
explain
middle of it
it.
anymore either. Information has been given to the Winston Police
All
today
right,
already.
you guys talk to Noodles, Michelle.
I'll mute.
This could be or obsession. Noodles, if I let you on the panel, I'm gonna be honest. I know what you're gonna do. You did it last night. You sabotaged my panel with Jennifer J. You made yourself. You ruined it for everybody. And I know, but this is not necessarily confirmed that you did it. So the answer is, I don't know if that's the real Gianni. Gianni, are you trying to come on the panel right now? Gianni, are you trying to come on the panels right now? I will not be able to respond to Gianni until he confirms, at least in a short text message.
Yeah, I'm staying just in case you need someone to talk to. That's all. I'm staying here, but I will mute.
Well, right now, Gianni has not confirmed it's Gianni. I'm sure Gianni would have at least reached out and said in chat, Michelle, I'm trying to get on the panel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, he says, no, I'm not trying to get on. He said, okay, so you're not trying to get on. All right, good. Thank you for confirming that. I suspect as much.
Yeah. Right.
I just wish to God that Noodles would stop trying to do all this stupid stuff. He could have had a legitimate channel and he could have done a legitimately good job. But he keeps doing...
I just don't understand it because when you met up with him the other day, it was a wicked stream. I really enjoyed watching you two be friendly.
And remember what we said Monday? He said Monday is that I would like to work with you to get you into a show and get you into California. And I said, okay.
Oh, come on. Are you going to believe Noodles saying that? No, Michelle. Oh, my God. Michelle, please. Yeah, I'm not going to get myself in trouble. He's trolling you. He's trolling you.
Yeah, I know
he ain't got a show.
After I said to him that I would consider doing it, he just needed to write up the contracts and show and have me sign them and go through proper legal procedures to get to a reality show. The next thing you know, he goes on my Discord and saying is if you renege on this, I'm going to kill you. Now, this is so stupid, it's not even funny. I never said I was going to renege. He's the one who, out of the blue, said if you renege, I'm going to kill you.
Noodles, what's he playing at?
What's he playing at is he wants my channel. He wants my intellectual property. And he does not want to stop until he gains my property and my intellectual rights to my content. Because he all knows his own content is a giant dumpster fire and it's not doing it well. Yeah, I met him in real life, but I already could see in real life that he was obviously up to something. I remember I have a sister that's a Capricorn. She was the same way, just as greasy. When me and her were kids, she was always scheming and plotting ways to try to trip me up. So because I have a Capricorn as a sister, unfortunately she passed away of a heart attack. Guess what? I've got Capricorn experience, honey. I've been gored by the goat enough times. I know what they do.
Oh, yeah, I thoroughly believe that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people could see it as well, like scheming ways, you know. I don't understand it though. But I do. I mean, I'm bloody 50 years old. You know what I mean? I'm no spring chicken. But, yeah.
I'm 4 years older than you.
Baffled.
And like I said, the point is, I've seen what Capricorns do, and I've seen how they do it personally. They'll do whatever they
Do you know what? I don't
can
know.
for
Do
their
you know
power.
what? I don't know any Capricorns. I know lots of Virgos. I'm a Pisces, obviously. I know Aries and Taurus, and my sister's a Gemini and she's a bitch.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know any Capricorns.
David Noodles is a Capricorn. I'm a Virgo, Aquarius combo. And
yeah,
the thing is, it's frustrating that he wants to try to take my show for his own show.
Why though?
I'm
It's
so
your
sorry
show.
to hear that. How old was she? She was born in 1972. She is 4 years younger than me. And, or was it 73? I think it was 72.
Oh, what, me? Yeah, 1972.
She died of a heart attack. She would have been 50 years old now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
She was she was a paramedic for the Armenia Volunteer Fire Department. So you would think that an EMT would know the signs of a heart attack. And she actually didn't even listen to the danger signs. She told her husband she was going to go to sleep. She never woke up. She left 10 kids behind. Because he had kids from a prior marriage, as well as kids from her. It was a major, major loss to him and the family. She really tried hard to provide for everybody, but unfortunately her career in the EMT was very important to her. Yeah. BTS. You would destroy him. It would end up in a... We gotta be careful when we do any kind of spiritual damage to somebody. But I did tell him to watch where he stops. My archangels, my Archangel Michael and the other archangels are aware of what's going on. As are the principalities and the thrones of my spirit guide, which is Mother Asna.
My guardian angel sometimes gets me into trouble, so I've got to watch out a little bit.
So Brian K. Says just getting to levels of stupidity we didn't even know is possible. Oh, I'm sure, guys, this is gonna get a lot more stupid. Just watch. I mean, I got a feeling he's just warming up his tonsils. I don't think anybody understands how stupid this is gonna get. Craig Sr. says, Michelle, my son was born in 1972 on July 13th. Same as my birthday, July 13th, 1948. So I'm sorry to hear that you lost your sister at such a young age. My son is just 50 now as well, and he has had a heart attack.
Who said that? Because I'm 50 as well. I was born in 1972. I can't see your chat, so...
But you know what's even more scary, Craig, is my sister was a paramedic for the Armenia Volunteer Fire Department. And she didn't even think of the warning signs of a heart attack. She just said she wasn't feeling right, went to lay down, and never got up.
No. God rest her soul. God rest her soul.
I think she was relatively a good person. I mean, she didn't do half the crap we're talking about here. It was just...
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. It's your sister, so you're gonna be, nostalgic, and you still love her, and yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Michelle, I'm gonna get off. I'll be in chat. As long as you're okay,
Yeah, I'm fine.
now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right.
Just like I said,
Okay.
is that I still would like to talk to Andrew if Andrew feels like coming on the panel. But if he doesn't, that's fine, I guess.
Oh, Andrew Scott, my Scottish mate. Yeah. Hopefully he might be at work.
Or maybe Dave
I don't know.
Scotland would be willing to come up here too. Maybe both of them might be willing to come up here.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't have any of his personal details. I'll reach out to him, but
Yeah.
he might come in. He might come in. Well,
Oh,
I'll be in chat. You take care,
yeah, you
okay?
too. Yeah.
Try not to worry about anything. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Love you.
Have a
Bye.
nice day. Happy Billy to you. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the messages here, as I didn't get a chance to watch every chat message come by. 9 years old. It's gonna stay, Michelle. You keep saying you don't want anything to do with him, but you keep talking to him. There's two sides to the story. I'm sure of that. Paul, good to see you. Greetings and happy Thursday. Let Nudas on. Now that there's a criminal investigation? Absolutely not. His solicitor can talk to my solicitor. This could be, no, I don't think social desire. Be careful of that monkeypox. Yeah, the walking monkeypox. He's hurting right now, Michelle. Well, Joanna said he's nice trying to get on. Season says, what a monster. Michelle, don't be racist. I'm not racist. Brian K. said, Carlos is right. You need to talk about this with Noodles personally. Which is not ideal to talk about this because a criminal investigation is now ensuing. But are you the one that told him about the show in California? Brian K. said, Michelle, you would destroy him, would end up in the Sip Kitchen Pete. Like I said, I already told him watch where he steps. This is getting to levels of stupidity. Oh, I actually skipped a jump. No Seasons, it wasn't me. It was another guy who I talked to. Brian K. says, Butter, I hope that your friend can tie this guys into these actions. Carlos says, Michelle, let Noodles explain, which I can't. No, I can't because it's now a criminal case. Brian K., this is getting to level of stupidity we didn't even know was possible. I can tell you right now, it's going to get a lot worse, guys. And the internet, the whole world is going down this shitter. It's not just me. Well, sorry, Noodles. Person non grata, get lost. It says, Michelle, if a person is not feeling well, they need to get to ER immediately. A heart attack sometimes has different symptoms. Yes, I agree with you. Andrew said, I won't be on today, Michelle. I've got a few things to do. I really am exhausted. I thought tomorrow guaranteed. Okay. I believe Jubilee weekend. Now hear this. Okay. Barbara, how you doing? Michelle, maybe you should take this to Judge Judy. Right now, it's going to be going through a criminal. It's going through criminal forensics right now. And, we know Noodles loves working with the cops, doesn't he? Well, my cops are going to call his cops. Let's just say that. My cops are going to call his cops. And they also have his number. So my cops are going to call him. You see, breaking the federal law is not only a very dumb idea, and think especially when you say you think it's for a prank or a joke or a lurk, it's also a good way to get somebody killed. What if a person needs to call emergency services for medical care? For example, like my sister. What if somebody basically was having a heart attack or the house is on fire and they call emergency services just to be told, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it right now because we got a whole bunch of people dealing with swatting calls while their house burns down or their loved ones are dying of a heart attack or choking or something. It's one of the reasons why I get so angry about the whole thing. That they're tying up emergency services like this. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And it should never be treated as one. I have the stinging suspicion Blazing Leo is behind all of this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on, someone's calling my house phone. Yes. Oh, it's my other phone. Hello?
Hi, this is Maria with Highland Healthcare. Am I speaking with Edward Mitchell?
I'm sorry, he's not here. He's in an emergency medical facility. I'm sorry, I can't help you. It's open. Michelle, they're not knocking on your door. Oh, who is that? What's that?
Maybe just try back another time, ma'am. Thanks, and have a great day.
All right, thank you. That was for Ed. That wasn't for that. And there is somebody else getting a visitor. And of course, the person was rapping on the door like the police over there. I don't know who that was. Anyway, so it's just streamed at the police station, titled detectives from the sex crimes department. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why she hates me. I don't know what I did to her to deserve such a thing. Hold on a minute. No caller ID, huh? Speak, no caller ID. Hello?
I'm going to go live. I'll go live in a little bit when I get the paperwork and everything. And have an interview with my attorney. And
excuse me. I'm sorry, Mr. Attorneys have caller IDs as per law. Thank you. All right. That's Noodles. I know that's Noodle. So, yeah, he's just being a pain. And now he's straight realized he figures, oh, since the home phone or my cell phone is on and home phone's on, he's probably figuring he could try to basically corral me in from two different directions. Okay, let's talk about another phone number we are going to be deleting. The Google Voice number, we're going to delete that. Because the fact is that, number one, we're not going to be taking any more studio phone calls. Because of the fact that that is also tied into the enhanced 911 system as well. And so if you're used to calling the studio phone line, I'm really seriously considering deleting the studio phone line because of this. He don't have a lawyer. Lawyers do not call from anonymous caller ID. I'm Mushi Hope Happy Jubilee from England. What exactly is the Jubilee? Is that, in this case, associated with the Queen's platinum anniversary for being the monarch of the United Kingdom? Because I think that's what it's associated with, isn't it? Like, she became the Queen of England in 1950, I believe, on this date of June 2nd. Yeah, boy, I have access to a lawyer too. But that's not the point here. It's not even gotten to that part. If it was to go that way, as the lawyers have told me, you call us first. You don't break the law to solve your problems. Well, that's pretty cool when you think about it, though. To my knowledge, she's respected by many, many people. Just as her, I believe it was her grandmother, Queen Victoria, was respected also, especially in the later era. In the early era, when Queen Victoria first came to the throne, she was pretty unprepared, but then over a time, she got the training and the ropes and learned how to do it. And then she became very successful. And then her son, King George, it was King George, I think it was. No, it wasn't George. It was, what was it? It wasn't George. It was another guy. I have to go back and think about my royal history here. But, like his mother, he is the Queen's mother. I don't necessarily know if Blazing Leo is responsible for any of this. I do not know if Blazing Leo is even involved in this. Please, people, do not assume that Blazing Leo is involved in this. I don't know if she is or not. Yeah. Yes, she did. She was very successful. That was at the height of the British Empire. And her influence was even known over here in the United States. The housing structure of King Edward, that's why. That's the one who took over. Her son Edward. That's right. Edward. At the time of Queen Victoria, everything was gas and gaslights, and of course a lot of very famous British literature was written. And then when she passed on, her son Edward became king, and he kind of continued on with a lot of his mom's policies. And sometimes in America, we kind of forget about King Edward. But The difference was, whereas his mom everything was gas, when he was the monarch, everything was starting to become electric lighting. But pretty much it's just like his mom, as big as a house, loved hunting, basically did not much change, except the fact is that everything was becoming electrified because of electricity. Sometimes people in the United States mix the two eras up together and say, oh, this house was built in 1927 and this is a Victorian house. No, it's not. It's an Edwardian house. And there is a difference. The fact is that King Edward was a time when electricity was king and gas was fading away into obscurity. Oh, actually, I have access to emergency powers if needed, but we don't necessarily want to use them because remember what happened to Soup Kitchen Pete in my kneecap. Okay, what do you want to do? Make him slip on ice and break my other kneecap? You really want to put me in a wheelchair? That's pretty much what would happen. Had a speech impediment. He was past throne. Right. How you doing, Krill? Michelle, I'd love to take you to Osborne House across the water from me. Queen Victoria's abode, holiday retreat. Sounds cool. I'd love to see that. And you know what's cool? Is the fact is that just like our president of the United States, the Queen had her own line of coaches, aka carriages on the railway. And she had her own exclusive rail cars. In the case of Queen Victoria's, her car, which is on display, one of the two cars that's on display in the museum, they did find a second car. And then it was refurbished and entered into another museum. Both cars were beautifully restored. Okay, someone's trying to come on the panel. Let's see who it is. Let's get to the right screen here. Oh, they rang off. Must have been Noodles again. Craig Sr., let's see now. Michelle, that's not Craig Sr. Because Craig Sr. doesn't do that. Craig Sr., if you're trying to come on the panel, let me know if you're trying to come on the panel. Craig Sr., if that's you, and please tell me in the chat if that's you trying to come on the panel. Until then, I will not answer the panel. No, it's not me. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to close this panel right now. Bye-bye, panel. Oop. All right, so we don't need it open anyway. So yeah, I personally do find it interesting that just like the president of the the president had his own carriage, his own railway carriage, and they don't use it anymore. You would think that Joe Biden would say is, let's get this car out of mothballs and put it to work. Let's travel America Railway. You would think that you would have thought that maybe Donald Trump would say, the train is still a good way to travel and we should be using it. Get that carriage out of the Smithsonian and let's put it on the rails again. Let's get the railway back to popularity and strength. Maybe he will. Maybe he will in the next life. Or if he wins again. I think he will. I think, yeah. I closed the panel anyway, guys, so don't worry about it. So, yeah. But I still think so many things that don't make any sense. The world just doesn't make any sense. All right, let's go through and talk about some of the stuff that is really important to understand. Number one, the United States has decommissioned 7 nuclear power plants. So therefore, several nuclear power plants, at least 8 of them, will be out of power generating capacity. Many coal plants are being shut down. The result is in the shortage of power. Now, you would think in a country that's supposedly been using more energy efficient appliances that we would be okay. The problem is what is we keep adding more appliances to our homes, and then we don't necessarily get rid of the other ones, so that we end up having more things. For example, most homes prior to the 1990s, not everyone could afford a cell phone. Okay? And so because of that reason, there was a lot of people that still had the landline phones, because cell phones at that time were very expensive. All of a sudden, because of the cheaper cell phone prices came down, everybody now has a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone charger. Everybody has to charge their phones. Okay? So that's 5 watts coming out of the main socket. Right? For a typical USB charger, it's about 5 watts. See, sometimes 10, but let's say 5 watts. Okay? To charge cell phone batteries. Then we got the same thing with the tablets. Same thing with the laptops. Oh, the laptops were more energy efficient than a full-size desktop. We don't need full-size desktops. Fine, we get laptops. We get gaming laptops. I have 2 power bricks to keep them running. You start using 300 watts. That's what used to be common for a desktop back in the 90s. More for a really powerful one. It was like 250 watts. 250 watts. Today we got desktop power supplies of 750 watt plus. Okay? So in one sense, we became more energy efficient. But then at the same time, we continue to plug more things in the main sockets at the same time. So all the energy efficiency stuff, i.e. all the Energy Star, they was just encourage us to plug more crap in the wall. Krell said, after looking to some tunnels where I live, they were built to move servants quickly downtown a century ago. I found out if you Google almost any city and add underground tunnels, you find stuff. Craig Sr. says, Michelle, when you were growing up, how many homes had central air? Now, every new home has been built in the last 20 years has come out with air conditioning. That's a power pick. Absolutely, Craig. And you're right. We did not have central air at all in our homes. The closest one we had to central air was in in River Run Apartments, and that was two window air conditioning units. The one that was in the master bedroom, which was me and my sister's room, and the downstairs main living room, dining room, kitchen. That was it. That was the closest thing we had to central air. And now my mom does not have central air. When they renovated the heating system, they did put in provisions for it, but they chose not to install the central air. Instead, my father bought a couple window air conditioner units that go in the window, and they used those instead because it was cheaper, and they could figure they could individually control the room temperatures and to cool just the rooms they need to cool instead of cooling the whole house. Likewise, the same thing here. I only have one air conditioner and it only cools one room. And I don't run it when I'm not in there. I just run it when I'm in there. The police says, the Dems won't be happy till the whole country has rolling blackouts like California. Krill says, yeah, and I'm cool with giving up grid and camping, but air conditioning, hard to give that up. Like permanently. Well, here's an advantage, guys. You don't necessarily have to give it up. The problem is it's just like Cadillac insurance, health insurance. You're going to be paying out the nose. Unless you decide to go off grid. If you choose to go off grid, even partially, i.e., when the sun is beating down hot and hard and you happen to have a small solar panel array on the roof, like the 8-bit guy showed, where you can basically run a solar power station that runs the air conditioner. Thus, you can run some of the appliances and stuff when the sun is shining. So the air conditioner is one of the things that the 8-bit guy said, I can run this completely independent of the main grid. My solar panels on the roof produce about 800 watts. And this is charging my large lithium phosphate, I think it's lithium phosphate, charging station, which runs my air conditioner, and through a transfer switch, I also have running a few other circuits in my studio. So I can still stream because I still have power. And so the air conditioner will run comfortably off the solar panels and not drain the batteries down. And they can still run it at night, and then the next day it charges up again if I were to run it 24/7. So that's a good idea, and I like that idea. In other words, you'd only put out emergency power for the things that you need. Stan said, MicheleMarieDalene, the next time a medical provider calls for Ed, do not dismiss them and hang up. Mute the stream, get the name and number. I got the phone number, Stan. I'll give it to you later on. I have their phone number. If you want to give them a call for Ed, I will send that the information. I'd rather have AC than insurance if I had to choose. I'm sure he is best hands possible right now. Not Michelle's responsibility to be Ed's secretary. Stan, I will give you his phone number of the person that called so you can call them back. I think it's another company trying to sell Ed insurance again. Somebody got him on a mailing list of insurance providers. They constantly call me every day. They're always trying to say, we'd like to get you on an insurance program. We'd like to get you on an insurance program. And unfortunately, the problem is that I do not have any way of forwarding the phone numbers to these people. And I have no phone number to give them because unfortunately Ed doesn't have a phone. Otherwise, I would say to them, I said, you're going to have to call Ed at this number, blah, 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 blah. I don't have a number to give him. Okay. The phones are going to be going bye-bye, guys. If anything we all learned from the situation with Noodles is having the phones is like guaranteed to be a constant cop magnet, no matter what you do. Michelle, why don't you text the phone number to Stan right now? I can't. Yeah. Yes, I can. I can do that right now. Let's get to that screen. All right. From Monroe, Wisconsin. All right. All right. Okay. I want to copy this. I don't want to call it. I just want to copy it. Okay, Stan, there's the number for you. So let me give it to you. Okay, latest number for Ed. Number calling Ed. Paste. Okay. There you go. Yeah. And they have another message here too. Let's see. Okay. It's just confirming by text message. It wasn't him either. So anyway, as far as central air goes, I would agree it is an extremely expensive endeavor to have air conditioning. Step into the real world. What happens? Last night sex. Okay. Let's see. We have. How are you doing? I said typing at me to say okay. So anything new in general chat? Thank you for verifying with me, Johnny. Much appreciated. Because your audience mostly tunes and hoping phones are on. Well, the panel's not totally gone because we still have the panels. It's just the fact that we got a lot of right now clowns trying to take advantage of the panels. The phone calls are also basically like a cake of dynamite because the fact of the matter is that innocent people that love the show, love the phones, of course, are gonna feel slighted. But then again, you have your not so benevolent people that basically want to do everything on the phones, from play music to just create all kinds of chaos. I don't really know what the best answer is. We need to find a way to protect and fortify the phone lines and the panel so that we can protect everybody from harm. We want callers, but we don't want the kind of callers that are going to potentially give cannon food to people that want to destroy the channel either. See, that's the thing. They know that if they can start blasting music and show, we lose monetization. They know that if they say the wrong thing, YouTube censors are going to potentially take offense to certain things being said. Okay? We have to be very careful because of that reason. I know it sucks. Trust me, I wish we could go back to 2015, 2016 when it was a lot better and a lot nicer. But you know what? It's not. It's the world's gone crazy. The world is totally messed up now. Oh, it's a scammer. I thought it was a real medical provider. Nope, it's not a real medical provider. But now you can tell the scammer to put him on the do not call list. Tell the audience to grow up and stop messing with a mentally disabled man. You talking about Ed? I don't think the audience is necessarily messing with Ed. But I agree that they shouldn't be playing games with anybody who's mentally disabled. Okay, or physically disabled either. It's not fair. The insurrection hearings start. Insurrection hearings for what? Oh, that oh, okay. Yeah. I do remember that. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, no. Okay, I remember. Yeah. What about Stan and the CT, the ones that are playing games on this in registered blind, hearing loss, physically disabled female? It's not just Ed that's getting traumatized. Right now, Ed's not even being traumatized on the show. It's me that's getting traumatized. And I mean, but the problem is I'm not falling for it. Okay? Yes, I did. And Stan confirmed it was a scammer. He just said that above you. He said, it's a scammer. I thought it was a real medical provider. MicheleMarieDalene, tell your audience to grow up and stop messing with a mentally disabled man. Stan, I don't think my audience is the one that's calling him. I mean, maybe my audience put him on a mailing list. Maybe Ed, when he was looking for certain services, put himself on a mailing list invariably. But I can tell you right now, the people here are not messing with him right now. I'm sorry, I didn't see that part. That's okay. Well, can't always see it. Sometimes we go in a rush with all the crazy stuff going on with noodles and everything else. You know, it's just we're all on edge. Okay. We're all on edge. Now, I'll be honest, I did not make a confirmation that I'm going to delete the phone number. Originally I was saying I was thinking about deleting that number. My home phone, or my cell phone, or not my cell phone, my studio line. So it's not a done deal yet. Okay? However, I want to get back to the good shows. I want to get back to the night shows where people basically were just having fun, not trying to do mean-spirited stuff to hurt another person. And that's what it comes down to, is that these people are doing these mean-spirited actions. Now, besides the fact is that, my cell phone... Okay, I didn't talk about that. I'm going to talk about my phone, because I want to bring this up real quick. We all know that we all loved when we had the phone on the walker, but what happened was the walkers, because of its poor suspension, had destroyed the rear-facing camera's sensor mechanism. So now my cell phone has the equivalent of a detached retina. And so I can't use the rear camera anymore. The front camera is fine, but don't put it on the walker or it will go offline permanently. Okay? At least don't put it on the walker and then expect to walk all the way from Cumberland Farms back to where I live. So now I'm going to be looking into buying a new iPhone 8 or a used one anyway, because the fact is that I don't want to get stuck with a 2-year contract with my cell phone provider. And I've already invested money into the battery packing case I already have. And I don't think the new phones are going to fit into that existing case. Maybe an iPhone SE might fit into it. iPhone SE is kind of similar. Yeah, I think the iPhone SE might fit. Stan says, MicheleMarieDalene agree. Any sort of garbage against any sort of disabled person is moronic, and yes, it is your regular audience that is doing this. They know who they are. They want little cows. Yes, they do. At least a portion of them do. But I want to show them I'm a lot more than just somebody that they can stick a LOL on. I work really hard to do a good show. And I really feel that people should give a lot of respect for people who have multiple disabilities and are trying to do something that is very challenging. I think that's important to keep in mind. Even Ed did his best to do a show. And we all know that many people did like Ed's show. But he had a hard time doing it on his own. So he needed my help. So unfortunately, the problem is Ed's not here. And so, for example, because Ed has less ability than me, even though he has better eyesight than me, he's not going to be able to stream unless he gets somebody in Florida that's going to help him to figure out how to install StreamYards or Streamlabs or one of the online web streaming software programs, because he doesn't have 1,000 subs. How you doing, Scriff? We should play those games in the night show again. Yeah, we could try. I want to try to. We're supposed to, Vafer and me, Skynet, and Paul, aka Schmicklecat, we're supposed to play World of Warcraft today as a 4-member team. 5 if you include me. Right. Okay. So that was tonight. We're going to do that tonight because last night was the regular night show, which unfortunately somebody pissed in my cornflakes, which totally made me mad as hell. And I really, be honest with you, I was really upset last night. Why do you keep entertaining Noodles if you don't like him? I'm not. Dave, that's the thing that maybe you thought. But he's gone too far. No, I'm not even talking to him. His phone number is blocked. All of his main accounts are blocked on my chat. He's not allowed on my panels. He got kicked out of my Discord. He has basically person non grata. I'm not answering his chat calls. I work hard to keep a show going that is of at least, far as the 21st century is concerned, is high caliber. But it's not high quality. It's not high caliber. It's if this show existed back in 2000, if YouTube had existed in 2000, because YouTube came a little later on, this show would be considered just meh. Everybody would have said, oh, it's just another talking show. Oh, well. Like Wiki Lake and, Oprah Winfrey, Shelley Jesse Raphael, whatever. Oh, it's just another talk show. Who cares? Ho-hum, boring. But nowadays, it's like when you see a show like this where quality and integrity is being upheld, people are totally shocked that people are actually coming to the show and they're like, wow, this is good stuff. But back in 2000, 1990s, this would have been so-so. It really is kind of interesting to view it that way. But it's true. Because times have changed in a lot of ways. One, you've got a lot of skill set. You got channels that spend hundreds, if not more, on props and sets and what's the biggest set I got behind me is Main Street Winston on the back wall there, where cars driving by. Isn't that interesting? Think about it. But there are people that do like my show. There's absolutely people who are totally appreciative of the fact is that I put an honest effort in to make a show that you would not be embarrassed to show your mom or your father, or maybe your older, relatives. that the show is a show where we do have morals and we do have ethical standards. I do admit sometimes we do slip a little, but you know the thing is that we try hard. Thank you, Tony. One of the things that we need to do is if we're going to end up unintentionally, we're going to end up competing against people that don't have such high quality content. And let's be honest, there's a lot of YouTubers that the content is varied. A channel like mine is by today's standards is a diamond, and it is a diamond. Maybe not the most polished diamond in the world, but it is definitely a diamond compared to some of the stuff out there. Is we need to let people know the show exists. We need to go out there and say to people, hey, you tired of this he said, she said crap that keeps coming up all the time? Would you like a show at least where someone with intelligence and knowledge spends at least 2 hours a day with you and talks about topics of importance? Then come over to Michelle's channel. It's not raunchy, in the gutter, garbage, lots of flashbang. But it may not be the most polished either, but it certainly is a show that definitely satisfies a something that you're seeking. You're seeking something special. Let's do some tarot reading right now. Let's do some tarot readings. Why not? This is another thing that has made my channel stand out from the list of the BS is the fact that we have tarot readings. We do tarot readings. I'll be honest, I am not the greatest at these, but at least I can say with an honest facial expression is I'm still learning to do these. Let me make sure I got all the cards that I need in the deck here. So today's tarot reading is a general reading for my audience. Okay? So, Father God, what's his Father Yahweh, Mother Oz, God, Ozna, all the angels, spirit guides, principalities, thrones. Let's do a general reading for today, June 2nd, 2022. General reading for the audience for today, for June 2nd, 2022. Keep it simple, please. No reversals. I have a good feeling this is going to be a lot longer than a 3-card spread, so let's just say keep it simple. And then we'll take it from there, okay? This way we all know. And yeah, I am terrible at shuffling cards. Okay, but they know that. They work with me. Okay, so let's get this card. First card is the Death card. Now, this does not necessarily mean literal death, but it means an end of an era, but maybe something new is coming in. Okay, next card we have is the 5 of Swords. Not quite Sneaky Pete here, but we have a Malevolence. Maybe it's because it relates to the Death card that this card comes up. In other words, this may be the thing that caused the Death card to happen. So somebody is trying to disgrace another person. And that's what that means. Next card we have is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, this is a good card. So now we're seeing that these two cards, like I said earlier, I'll only pull more cards up here. I got a feeling there's more than the King of Pentacles here. We got the Judgment card. And we have the King of Wands. Oh, hey, 2 kings in the deck. Let's go one more. Ace of Swords. Okay. Fantastic. So let me explain the major arcana of the death card is number 13. Now, like I said, tarot cards can be used in a lot of different ways. And it says the death card, change and mortality, rebirth, transformation. And I think it's associated with this card right here, which is number 5 of Swords. Now, every time I deal with the short, pointy swords, I have to be honest, I don't like the swords. They're air sign cards, but they're just creepy. Conquest, disgrace, defeat, infamy, dishonor. This could be associated with the Noodles actions. So this could be a Noodles issue. So this is coming to an end. This is over. Okay? Now we got the King of Pentacles. Now this is an Earth card. Pentacles refers to money. Doesn't necessarily mean it's money, but it means that prosperity at least. Okay, the King of Pentacles says the king is a logical, mythological, very responsible and solid. Prosperous, okay. Prosperity, intelligence, business, aptitude, mathematics, and scientific attainments. Okay, so that's a good thing. This is a good card. This is a happy card. Okay, this definitely sounds like what my channel is trying to be. Then we have the Judgment card, number 20, which is also a major arcana. And the Judgment card says right here, redemption, renewal, improvement. So things are going to improve, as we said with the King of Pentacles card. And we keep going on here. We have the next card, which is the King of Wands. King of Wands is a fire card. Embodies growth in new beginnings, authority, enthusiasm, leadership, position. Okay, so we see growth here. And finally, we end with the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords, as I said, is an air card. It's one of those sharp and pointies, but it's a good sharp and pointy opportunity for change, great force, and focus. So, since this is a general reading for everybody on my channel, let me just say that for some of you, you're going to see positive things happen in your life. You're going to see great opportunities to grow and learn and be great. And that the things that caused you the problems in the past are going to come to an end. But that was a general reading for everybody. Now let's just pull one up specifically for my channel, because I want to know what is going to happen to my channel. Mother God, Asna, Father God, Yahweh, all the angels, spirit guides, principalities, thrones. What is the story of MicheleMarieDalene's channel for 2022, for the remainder of 2022? This is going to be a lot more than a 3-card spread. Again, I got a strong feeling this is going to be a lot more than a 3-card spread. I'm also getting a message that this should split the deck in half. Let's do that. For some reason, I keep getting that impression. You gotta do that. Okay, so let's see. One more shuffling, I should do it. Okay. Well, this is where we are now. Okay, the 2 of Swords kind of illusion. Something's going on there. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the Moon card. Woo! That's like the sky's the limit kind of thing. We have the Page of Swords. In other words, another sharp and pointy. We have the Malvin's card, but I got a feeling this is going for the whole year, so things could change. The Hangman changes will occur, and of course, we get again. That sort of looks like overall the readings are not exactly benevolent, but hell, there's a lot of them here. So where do I start? Okay, and the final one is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we got a lot of cards to go through this time. So let's see what we get here. Let's slide this over. There's so many cards on my table here. Okay. Two of Swords. I don't like the Swords cards. They're sharp and pointy. Okay, but that's what comes up. So what does the Two of Swords mean? Well, Two of Swords says ambivalence, instability, confusion, need for guidance. Then we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is enterprise, anticipation, pursuit, creative ventures. Interesting that Two of Swords preceding the Two of Wands. I wonder if they're related. Then we have the Page of Swords. Again, sharp edges, sharp pointy things. Not exactly my favorite things. Page of Swords is a confident young man who thrives in the physical challenges, vigilance, and agility. Then we have this card, Conquest, Defeat. Why do we get this card? Well, then we got the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man, like the Death card, means that something's going to change. Okay. Or something's going on. So let's see what's in there. This is number 12. So we're going to get this Major Arcana. Trial, sacrifice, surrender, vision, new outlook. Back against the wall. I got a feeling it's the back against the wall because of this next card right here, which is not a happy card. Bankrupt. Back against the wall. Okay, I will take that. But it doesn't stay that way, although somebody's getting skewered here with this is an ending. This is an ending. This is the Ten of Swords. So now, the Ten of Swords, as I said, I know I just put these together pieces by piece. Pain, affliction, death, end of cycle. Okay, so this is end of this. This is the end of this. All this. And look, it comes up here. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Number 10. Wheel of Fortune Major Arcana. It says destiny, success, letting go of control, felicity, change. I almost want to know more about this. I want to know what's going to happen after the Wheel of Fortune. It says change, felicity. Doesn't say anything bad. But what's going to happen after the Wheel of Fortune? Too many options! Wow! 6 of Cups! Too much going on! Too many, 7 of Cups. Too many things. Too many possibilities. So basically, it's just like Formula 2 complex. Formula 2 complex. Okay, because of space, I'm going to have to slide these guys over here. I'll just leave them out of the deck for now because I know I've already processed it. So let's pull up a few more. We got the Formula 2 complex, the 7 of Cups. Okay, now can you please help to find the Formula 2 complex? Keep it simple, please, because if it's this complicated, My audience is going to want something that they can easily understand. All right? Simple. The world card. Ah! Let's start with that, honey. The world card. Next card. King of Cups. One more card. The Hermit. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, some people say to look at the bottom of the deck. There you go. The Star. The Star card. Okay. So now we have some cards to look at. So let's take a look. And then after this, I will look at your questions and stuff that come up on the screen. Okay? The World card, number 21. Fulfillment, prosperity, gratitude, contentment, wholeness. Okay? I'm just going to put this in the stack here so I know which one to deal with. The King of Cups. King of Cups is a well-respected man devoted to the arts and nature, humanitarian compassion. Okay, that's this card. King of Cups. The Hermit. This is the card of Virgo, by the way. It's a major arcana. It's number 9. Number 9, just so it says, prudence, knowledge, retreat, reflection. Prudence and knowledge. In other words, you're going to use your knowledge, your smarts, to come up with the things that you need to do to achieve the goals you have. Very big deal. And the last card, but never the least, the Star card. The Star card, number 17. The Star card. This is a card of Aquarius. Okay. The Star card. Is right here. Opportunity, promise, faith, fulfillment, optimism. That's a heck of a message, guys. And the thing is, yeah. It tells me something. Oh, yes. By the way, let me tell you another thing, too. Let's keep this in mind. Every one of you guys have a special spiritual team that are working with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they work with you even when you're asleep. And they are watching you and are keeping an eye on everything that's going on around you. Their job is to keep you safe from the evil forces. That's important. So let's take a look at this and see what's going on here in the chat here. Let me switch over to the screen again. It says here, good morning, why do you keep entertaining noodles, blah, blah, blah. Hand down, my favorite show. Larry says agreed. Tiger Kitty said this is the best show. Matthew Potts says prime time epic tonight by Joe Biden on gun violence. Quill says who needs intelligence and substance when the Amber Heard Johnny Club Circus is going on? It's over. It's over. He won. Alright. I'll do that right now. Carlo said Michelle news went live and said the cops were on the way. No, they're not, because they were here earlier, and I gave the information they needed. Krell said, yeah, Noodles is bullying. I know he is. Krell says, who are you doing a reading from? I do one reading. The first one was for the audience in general, how your day was going to be going. And I think it's kind of pulled up a lot of the energies of what's going on with the general flow of the show. And so when you saw the reading, you saw a lot of negative energies that are going to come to pass. So I think that it's a general reading. So unless there's something that's specifically in your life that's happening to you that might be causing you negative energy, I think it was just basically saying is all the stuff, the garbage that has been occurring will come to pass in general, and you'll have a relatively a good day. When I pulled the one up for the show, it got a lot more complicated. However, what came up with the one with the show was, yeah, there's going to be changes. There's going to be growth. There's going to be new opportunity in the very end. But until the Hanged Man and the Death card are dealt with, you're going to struggle. But you're going to be victorious in the end because you got the Star card. And, of course, you had the card of Virgo. And so, yeah, there's going to be changes, positive ones. Let's see. Krill says, death is negative, seeming because of how much we resist change and make it seem more catastrophic than it is. It's a change, right? Same thing with the Hangman. Okay, it doesn't mean, that you... Even if you physically die, that's something me and Lumi should do on your show. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to bring up the afterlife, but in this case, the tarot card doesn't necessarily mean it's the end. It means it's the end of a stage, a cycle, right? Just like the cards that have tens in them, like the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Exactly. It means it's coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. It says, Brian, so y'all found out who did it? Yes, we did. Yep. No, but both Butter and Noodles are acting weird. It's the TV show. Yeah. Weird, it's okay. I'm weird too, but the mean streak is not cool. No, it's not. Back when I was having having out the shop, was having food out of the shop of an LOL. I should pull reading up on Noodles. I really should. I think that'd be funny to see the reading for Noodles. Yeah. Why don't we? I actually am curious to see how he's gonna fare. We know that my cards do not say I'm gonna be small like a rose, but they don't say I'm gonna stink like an onion either. At least not permanently. So, okay. Let's hope I didn't get all messed up wrong. Let's see. Mother God, as the Mother God Yahweh, what is the story with Noodles show for the remainder of 2022? What's the story with Noodles in his show for 2022? Please keep it simple. Not limited to 3-card spread, no reversals. Just keep it simple, please. Keep it simple, keep it easy, because I'm good. Okay. And, okay. Page of Wands. The Devil. The card of Capricorn is the Devil. Let me put this camera back over here so you can see this. Devil card is the card of Capricorn. Very interesting. The card I have Capricorn is the Devil. Is the second card that comes up. Page of Cups. Three of Swords. Ouch! Broken heart. Oh my gosh. The Sun card. Okay, so now he gets the Sun card. Interesting. Last card is we got the Eight of Pentacles. You can see that this person is a crafts person. They're making something. Maybe working their craft, maybe working a way to hustle, make some money, perhaps. Okay? The final card. The Magician. Interesting. So, the good news is Noodle's channel does not necessarily die off. But here have the Page of Wands. I'm not upset, of course, with that. I'm just doing the reading, and I'll keep an open mind, because I'm sure there's something here that may or may not apply. Young figure in the act of proclamation, envoy a messenger, enthusiasm, and news. The Devil card, the card of Capricorn. Number 15, Major Arcana. Ignorance, submission, illusion, force, obsession, bondage. Page of Cups. A dreamer, the page beholds the symbols of love and feelings, cooperation, charisma, and passion. Wonder who that love and charisma and passion is with. I strongly doubt it's me, but we got the skewered Three of Swords skewering a heart. Told you I don't like the sharp, pointy things that much. But here's what it says. Three of Swords is heartache, pain, and sorrow. However, we got the Sun card. This is number 19. Number 19, or the Sun card, enlightenment, vitality, contentment, success of destiny. So in other words, he's doing something happened before the Sun card. We don't know what. It gave him heartache. But then he starts to improve. And I'm not against him turning that frown upside down. I'm not against that at all. But then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which makes sense that it involves the earths, or something to do with earths. Commission, craftsmanship, productivity, efficiency, expertise, profit recognition. And last card we have is the Magician. It's a major transformation there. Magician, number 1. Skill, diplomacy, determination, self-confidence, action. So in other words, it sounds like yeah, he's going to be facing some sad times, but like me, he's going to rebound. He's going to improve. Oh, yes. Underneath, the justice card. Okay. I didn't even think about checking underneath the card, but then just let me said, look at the justice card. 11. Let's look at the justice card. Justice card. And equality, righteousness, probity, balance. In other words, justice, whatever it is going to be provided. Nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't necessarily want a harm for anybody's channel. I just wish people would play fair. I think that's the most important thing to me, is the ability to play fair. I believe in playing fair game. I mean, that's not really wrong at all. Let's play fair. Let's play fair. Let's play a fair game with audience. Let's play a fair game with other channels. We're all in this crazy world together, right? We need to work together. All the cards sound evil. I would not overthink all this. Nothing will happen. Well, probably nothing will happen. But the possibility could go many ways. Hangman Noodles saw that, but do you guys think 37 different accounts on YouTube is enough? Asking for a friend. Yeah, and I wouldn't want to try to maintain 37 accounts. I think that would drive me absolutely apeshit crazy. Just maintaining my 3 that are associated with my one email is enough. I don't even go on to the North American Snow Queen one or the Welcome to My World one. Or I don't even go on my own channel. You don't even go on your own channel. Very rarely. Very rarely. She has her own email address too. Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. I'll let her know. Noodles was upset you didn't wear the elf ears. He didn't say that. But, they didn't have time to put them on that day. Seasons the force kissing, LMAO. I want not overthink all of this. Nothing will happen. Probably not. I'm sure, honestly, nothing's gonna come out of this. I mean, sure, I might get limited, no ads, and then I'll appeal it, and then I'll be like, okay, you're fine. Or, the people will try to come on and try to, say I'm doing something stupid or wrong, and then I'll appeal it with YouTube, and they go, we can't find no evidence of any evil things being done here. Move on. Because we don't. We make sure our best to do a good show and reach out to a good audience. Unfortunately, the sad truth is there are people that just like to raise hell. They're just troublemakers. Just go through all their lives is just going out there and raising hell for whatever reasons. Don't know why. They just do it, right? But I really have to be honest, I do find it frustrating that I like I said, I have nothing against Noodle's channel being successful. I wish him the best of luck. I'm not a person that's a jealous person. I just want to see Mike to be successful too. There's different shows, they're different genres. They're not the same show. And you can take that to the bank. If you don't believe me, you can go ahead and pray on it. I'm not in this world to sit there and compete with other channels. I'm just trying to do my own show, my own way. You know? And then this is what I'm comfortable doing. This is how I like to do my show. I don't want to compete with anybody. So I'm asking you guys, and I know some of you do go on Noodle's channel, you let him know. I'm not trying to compete with you. I wish you the best of luck. I really do. I just asked to let me do my show as I do my show. Let's stop this garbage, okay? That's all. I don't want to continue this war. I don't even start this war. I want it to end, okay? Let's mend the fences, okay? You have your side, I have my side. Okay? We have people that let's go between the two shows. That's fine. Stop the cop calling. Stop that. It's stupid. It's illegal and it's stupid anyway. I would not overthink all this. There is no forced kissing, Michelle. He knows that, and he will, as most of us do. Exactly, and that's on his camera, and it's on my camera. And there's no sexual assault either. As we know, he ran his camera consistently from the minute he got here, Cumberland Farms, before I met him at ABC Pizza, to long after he got back to Jersey. There is no way, when your cameras are constantly rolling, that he can say, I did anything unwelcome. Considering that he was the one who told me to kiss his hand repeatedly and kiss him on the cheek several times. Okay? It's just the drama garbage again that just keeps coming up. It's a shame. It's just a real shame. Like I said, Noodles, I wish you luck with your show. I really do. Just respectfully understand that I'm not trying to compete with you. Our shows are different. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. And you should be understanding that. I'm not going to compete with you. I'm not interested in competing with you. I know Capricorns love to compete. I'm not interested. I am a Virgo. I am a service-oriented person. And I love what I do share, which is my morning time and energy to reach out to my audience. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to play this game, compete with this one or that one, okay? I just don't want to do that. Yeah, Rusty, I know. Oh, yes, it is Rusty time, isn't it? Yes, I forgot to give the kitty his time. Gee, let's give Rusty his kitty time. Yeah, I'll give me the camera, okay? Let's get Rusty the cat on here. Yeah. You all know Rusty. You all know he's the mascot of the channel. Yeah. Yeah, big old kitty cat. No, we're not going to show your back end of the camera. No, seriously. But like I said, maybe someday, maybe someday he will understand. He's over there playing around with the other camera. That one's not on, Rusty. No, you're not going to knock it on the floor. Oh, wait. Wait a minute, come on. Come on. Why do you always want to knock my gear on the floor all the time? Because I know. Because cats don't have good close-up vision. They're farsighted. Cats are farsighted by nature. For those of you who didn't know that. They go by the smell and touch. And let me get them on camera here so you can see them. Yeah. He knows he's got a good life. He knows he's got a friends, family, and trying to get him some new shot here. He's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. He's a happy kitty. He knows we got something good here. Okay, gotta move over a little bit though. No, you're getting your cat hair all over me. Alright. So, that's the way it is. My aunt Cat, Celine's cat Lucy, was 23 years old when she died. Yeah, that's a pretty long time. I got him in 2012. So officially, he's 22 years old. And, he's 22 years old. One of the saddest things is that when his partner cat, his friend cat, that was before him was here, we'll talk about Fame. I think Rusty still misses Fame the cat. And I really would like to get another cat. But because Rusty's the alpha male, I don't really know how he's going to react if I bring another male cat in, even if he's a beta male. I was thinking about bringing in a female cat when I have, that's 6 years old. Well, he's not 22. He's 10 years old. He's 10 years old. Rusty's 10. Just as active and feisty as he was when he was kitten. The one I have now is straight. I like cats because cats are easier to take care of than dogs are, because they're not as much work to deal with. Like, for example, the door's open, he can go outside, and he can use the litter box, he can eat what he wants, drink water. I put fresh water and food on his dish every morning, or as needed throughout the day. I think mine's an alpha female. Could be. Oh, yes, they do have emotions. They're a lot simpler than ours, but they do have emotions. Don't underestimate the power of emotions. They do have them. Andrew said, "Some do, skunk. I was used to dogs growing up, but having a cat is easier." Yes, it is. My mom had a black lab. I had 2 black lab dogs. And compared to the dogs, cat is a breeze to take care of. You don't have to walk them. You don't have to... well, depending on the area. I guess some ordinances require leashes and harnesses to walk a cat, but most of the cats don't need to be walked, although it would be good for exercise. But that's something to think about. So tonight, we're supposed to play World of Warcraft. And I'm looking forward to it. And also the fact is that don't forget that during the game, it will be on Twitch tonight. We will be reading your questions. We will be having chat as we go. I mean, spoken chat. Yes, hunger is an emotion. In a way, is an emotion. It is an emotion. Ask your own belly. But you also, cats do feel happiness. They do feel joy. They do feel sadness. And that's also true. All right, so we had a great show today. I'm sorry the beginning of the show was a little bit on the rough side, but you know it just happened. And the main thing is that we did resolve a good portion of everything. And anybody that watches Noodle's channel, you can tell him from me, I do not want to compete with you. I'm not competing with you. I don't want to. I wish your show goodness. I hope your show works out for you. But please respectfully understand that I am not trying to compete with you. Alright, guys, it's time to wrap it up. So, let's get going. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want big whoppers.
These
I
are the
don't know.
real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie's. I mean, they're massive.
I know. I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Gauntlet 1. Versus. Fight.
That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep. Okay.